Welcome boys and girls. In today's video, we're doing a shakedown run on the Squarebody. So let's get into it. I am extremely excited to see the capabilities of this Squarebody. Since it is a shakedown run and I've never taken it out before, I will take my time on obstacles because I don't really know the capabilities of it yet, and I'm not really used to driving some with this long of a wheelbase and on leaf springs since I've taken the XJ off-road. So I'm extremely excited to get familiar with this platform and the Squarebody, and let's see how it does. With going on this trip, I do have the little baby fridge with us to also test out our auxiliary battery system. I have not been able to test that out yet, so I do have some goodies in there to take a little snack halfway through the trip. And also while we're out here, I am testing some new camera gear. I did pick up a new action camera that I am currently filming on and a new microphone setup, so we can be able to test those while shaking down the Squarebody. Quite a few years since I've been on this trail. The last time I was on this trail was in the Cherokee, and there was a few technical sections, a lot more rocky and a little bit of off-camber rock crawler type sections, which I'm excited to take this truck through, especially since I'm aired down so far and I have the lockers front and rear. I don't think I'll have any problems on this trail. I know one thing that I am quickly learning just within the first mile or so of this trail is I need to take it easy, at least a lot easier than I would on a trail like this in the Jeep, because being on leaf springs, it is definitely a bumpier ride, even though I'm at 7.5 and 5 PSI. So that's definitely an adjustment, because I know a trail like this, I would just be, you know, going whatever speed down it, not super fast, but with the coil springs and the long arms, it would definitely be handling it a lot better. So this is some that I am quickly learning being on this trail in the Squarebody. This is definitely a pretty rocky trail. Everything I've seen so far has been Jeeps and side-by-sides. So taking a 42-year-old Squarebody out on this trail that's built up is definitely a sight to see for some of these people. One group that just drove by actually asked me if I knew my tires were flat. There are a few people in a side-by-side. I told them, yeah, I aired them all down. So that's pretty funny. But yeah, that is a quick lesson that I am learning on this trail. Other than that, it's doing great. So far, we're about a quarter of the way through the trail, and it's been missing one thing this entire time. That's a good flex rock. I happened to find one on the side of the trail, so we're gonna flex the truck out on it and see how it does. Well, I would say that's a pretty good flex rock right there. I'm not tucking up in the front, but that's definitely enough to be able to crawl underneath there to do some suspension work if you need it. No binding up with the steering. Yeah, there's plenty of gap with the steering right there, so we're good. I can get underneath this thing and wrench on it. Wow, pretty high off the ground. And that's a good flex rock. Any rock crawling trip or shakedown run you're on, you have to find a good flex rock to really see what you're getting out of it. It is pretty close there on the rear. Oh yeah, it's contacting. All right, so I might need to trim a little bit more of the back fender. That's looking good. This trail is definitely it's definitely a rock crawling trail. It's great for the Jeep, but for the truck, it is a little bumpy, but I'm loving it. Yeah, that's a good amount of down travel right there. I'm liking that. The truck can handle this trail. Anything else we throw at it will be more than enough. So that's looking good. All right. Oh yeah, look at the body mount. That's crazy. The body mount's coming out of the front frame mount. Or the body bushing, my bad. Yeah, that's looking good though. We're gonna keep going down the trail. I'll get this thing off the rock, and in a few miles, we'll find a good spot to go eat our lunch. Well, heading down the trail, we are about halfway through the trail, and we are coming up on a good spot to eat some lunch. But I wanted to also talk to you guys about some of the things I have done to the truck in the meantime. A lot of things I haven't documented yet on the channel, but I think that you guys would like, you know, additions, a couple of the things to make the truck a little bit more comfortable on the interior, and just some little goodies we added to it to get it closer to being that fully decked out Overland rig. So we're coming up on the spot to eat some food, and then I'll give you guys a little walk around, a little bit of a tour update of the truck. Grab some goodies. Got a sandwich, got a Capri Sun, and a Gatorade. It is a little warm out here, and I got a little fruit strip. All right, took a bite of the sandwich, but there's a lot of flies buzzing around me, so I wrapped it up. I just want to give you guys a little walk around of the truck, or show off a few of the things I've done to it that don't really warrant its own video, but I figured I'll add it to this shakedown run vid so you guys could see all the progress that I've made on the truck in the meantime. First thing is the Tortuga off-road fridge slide. This one's for our 75-liter Dometic. It does have a built-in cutting board on the bottom, so we could prep food a lot easier, you know, put food on there, whatever like that, just to make everything a lot easier at camp. And it should easily be able to handle our 75-liter Dometic fridge. For the rest of the back of the truck, I do have a rough country mount tire carrier right there to hold the full-size spare, and that thing's been great. Just bolted it right through the bed, threw the tire in it, zero issues. Kind of does wiggle around on the road, but whatever, no issues there. I did run a steel cable through the tire, or through the wheel and the jack, and bolt it all together so I don't have to worry about theft or anything like that. So we should be good there. And next to the spare tire with the mount, I did get one of those 3-ton off-road Badland jacks from Harbor Freight. I figured truck this big, this heavy, we need a little overkill on the jack, and having a bottle jack for something like this, I don't think would really cut it. I mean, it would weight-wise, but I want some with a stable platform to help jack up the whole rear end or whole front end of the truck to be able to do any work or to change tires or anything like that. So went overkill, got the Badlands jack with a mount from, I think it's like CJD Racing, whatever mount, just bolted to the bed to help hold the jack in place. That's been great so far too. So both of those things are cabled together with a lock and ready to go whenever we need them. Interior wise, I did reupholster the seat. I added a new fabric to kind of help the interior or go with the interior paint scheme with the black and the white. And before, I had a moving blanket on it with holes cut out for the seat belts, and it wasn't really comfortable. So I figured just reupholster the seat and we're good to go there. And I did do new seat belts because I didn't really trust the 42-year-old seat belts with especially mine and Natalie's life driving down the highway and the road and off-road. So I replaced all of that. Another major thing is I did go all LED lights all around for power consumption. I figured with our auxiliary battery setup, I don't want to be taxing the alternator too much. So I have the auxiliary battery pulling power, and then I replaced every bulb in the truck with LEDs for the headlights, taillights, behind the cluster, everything, just so I don't pull a lot of electricity and really put a strain on that, on that alternator, or put a strain on that alternator. So very happy with that. Plus the LED headlights are so much brighter than the old ones. So that was a good upgrade. Other than that, added a winch with the Mojab off-road recovery kit. So we're more than ready for anything that we could run into off-road with the truck. And zero issues with it. I will have a link to that install down below in the description. I'll put a little link up here in the corner of this video. But yeah, that's about everything. Didn't really warrant its own video, so I figured when I stopped and, gonna eat, I'll give you guys a little tour of the whole truck so you guys could see all of the updates with it. But I'll finish my sandwich and we'll keep going on the trail. Well, boys and girls, we are off the trail and next to the highway. Last thing I gotta do is just air up so I can hit the road home. Final thoughts of the truck. I love it. Everything I did to it was more than enough to handle what is gonna be thrown at us off-road on our overlanding trips. So I think with it handling this trail, with all the rock crawling and off-camber stuff and rutted out stuff, we should be more than fine on any trip on our overlanding adventures. I only used four-wheel drive twice on this entire trail. One to climb the flex rock and then one on some kind of sketchy uphill that I just didn't want to throttle through it in two-wheel drive. But with the lockers, 37s, bead locks, everything like that, it's more than enough for whatever we're gonna hit on the trail. So I am extremely happy with it. So that's my final thoughts. And I think I'll take it on another shakedown run or two. Nothing as wild as that. Some a little bit more mild just to really see it flex and really have some fun with it, just to get all the kinks out of it. But other than that, I'm just gonna air up, hit the trail home or hit the highway home. So comment down below if you like the video, you know, anything that I should change on the truck, any tips or tricks or anything like that. Other than that, if you have not, please subscribe to the channel to stay tuned for more of our adventures. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Have a good one, you guys. Bye.